Did you guys see the new Captain America Civil War trailer? Yeah, me neither. Because as of this recording, it didn't leak, and it hasn't been officially released, and I just kind of can't believe somebody with a camera phone didn't record all that stuff. Actually, I don't believe it so much that I think somebody did, and they're just not sharing it. They're just sitting alone in the dark basement and watching it again and again, laughing their fucking ass off. But that's okay, whatever. I don't really care, because we're going to see it eventually, and someone was nice enough to write down exactly what happens, scene by scene, with the dialogue. So if I close my eyes, I can basically see it. Oh, it's going to be better than that. It's going to be better than that. Whew. Anyway, so I got some predictions, some thoughts, things that can happen, and that I just really want to happen. So come along with me. I'm going to compare the comic book Civil War to the Civil War we're going to get in the MCU. It's going to be fun! So at this point, we basically know who's going to be in there and who's not going to be in there. So far, no Maria Hill, no Nick Fury. Which, I mean, Maria Hill was like key to that Civil War story, sorta, but she was also a total bitch, and that's not how Robin from How I Met Your Mother ever played her. So, we know that Spider-Man's gonna be there, which is gonna be great. I'm really excited. Really excited. And I would be totally blown away if those teams stay static. I mean, at some point, I think people gotta shift over and be like, whoa, Iron Man's a total dick, never mind, Cap, we're with you. And that's basically something that's got to happen in the story. Iron Man's got to go too far, because the whole thing is Iron Man versus Captain America because of some crazy-ass tragedy that's going to happen. It's probably not going to be the same thing that happened in the comics, because it's that included incinerating small children. I just don't think that's going to happen. Just don't think so. But it's got to be something, and it's got to be coming off of Age of Ultron, because in there, I mean, the Avengers were in part, they helped drop a city, which, I mean, they saved the city, but also the Hulk rolled through that one African city, I think it was Africa, and that's bad, so, like, the world's got to be kind of like, whoa, superhumans, what the hell? It's not really important what actually divides them, just that they're divided, okay? And I don't know if there's going to be a Superhuman Registration Act exactly, you know, because a lot of that was about guarding secret identities and the like. Not a lot of people in the MCU really have secret identities, if you think about it. I mean, Spider-Man will, okay, and Daredevil does, alright, but anyone else? Anyone? I don't think so. Almost nobody else wears a mask except Captain America and Iron Man, but he wears, you know, come on. Speaking of Daredevil, and hey, the Punisher while we're at it, kind of a bummer that the Punisher and Daredevil aren't going to be in there, because they had some really cool parts, just badass parts in the comic. And, you know, obviously, if I was going to sit here and tell you all the things that weren't going to be in there, I could be here forever, because there's tons of stuff that just can't be in there. For one thing, Civil War in the comic was a massive conflict. They could have any character they wanted, everybody, whatever, because there's no actors to pay, and who cares? You know, I mean, sure, there's some dude who has to draw those poor people, and Steven's hand probably fell off by the end, but hey, they did it, and it was amazing. But it was impossible to do on film, alright? Impossible. I understand this. I mean, so the MCU Civil War is going to have to be a more intimate conflict, and I respect that, and I think there's tons of potential there anyway. Because as long as they get the Cap vs. Iron Man stuff down, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. So yeah, it is a bummer the X-Men and the Fantastic Four aren't going to be a part of this, for instance, but they didn't really do much anyway. The X-Men were neutral, the Fantastic Four, I mean, they had little parts, like Reed was with Iron Man, Susan eventually went with Captain America, because she's like, bruh, 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 Cap, and Reed's all like, bruh, 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 science, the things like, I'm going to go eat croissants. Actually, wait, no, that's exactly what he said he wasn't going to do. And the Human Torch just got knocked the fuck out. Twice. One thing I kind of want them to do, but I don't think they can do, is like, Iron Man basically recruited supervillains to fight with him, you know, government sanctioned, they had like bombs in their head, or shocks, nanites, they had precautions in place to make sure they didn't go, you know, be like, hey, Iron Man, I'm just gonna break off and stab these people real fast, you know, they kept them reined in, but that was like a step too far. When you're working with the Green Goblin and Venom and Lady Deathstrike, yeah, right? But anyway, yeah, I mean, Iron Man just has to go too far. I think he has to really push it and realize, hey, he even himself has to realize, man, I am kind of a dick, but I'm being a dick for the safety of the world. It's how he always justified it in Civil War the comic. He's like, yeah, I'm doing terrible shit basically, but I know overall this is for the greater good, because if we don't do this, then the world's gonna hate us. There is no way out of this. The Superhuman Registration Act has to happen. But yeah, so no Daredevil, no Punisher. And I mean, again, both had really awesome parts. Daredevil called Iron Man a Judas. Punisher, like, as Cap was like, hey, maybe potentially considering recruiting supervillains of his own. Punisher just wastes them and then has the best reaction ever when people are like, what the hell? And he's just like, what? It's a bummer. I mean, because they now basically exist in the MCU, but they don't actually exist in the MCU, just Netflix. So, I mean, they're there, but they're not, and I just want to see those universes collide at some point. So, yeah, Spider-Man's going to be in there. I mean, the insane legal gymnastics they had to go through with Sony to make this happen, because, well, actually, it's probably not that crazy when Marvel's like, hey, how about we all make a lot of money? And Sony's like, hey, yeah. I think that was probably how it went down. But I wonder, I can't imagine it's going to be more than just a pretty huge cameo, like a 20-minute cameo, something like that. Spider-Man was a big part of Civil War, but they can't do the things they did with him in Civil War, like unmask him and the like, because he's just now starting out. The first thing Spider-Man's gonna do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is not unmask. So I think he's gonna be with Cap. He's not gonna change sides because he would not want to be with Iron Man anyway, because he probably wouldn't be feeling super secure with all this crazy, hey, register with us and give us your secret identity bullshit. He's just a kid anyway. And we know Black Panther's going to be in there too, and this is his first appearance. He's going to be like, you know, he doesn't really care about what's going down in the United States because he's king of his own African nation, so Wakanda. So, I mean, I would love for somebody to roll up like Iron Man and be like, hey, Black Panther, man, the president personally was like, we would love you to help us out. And he could be like, well, I don't care, and actually, I'm a huge Captain America fan. And he's like, raises a Captain America flag or some shit. So I would, yeah, I wonder how he's gonna like fit in, but I can't wait. Doesn't really matter how he's gonna fit in. Black Panther's coming, guys. But yeah, Iron Man goes too far in the comics, so he's gonna have to go too far in the movie too, and they're gonna have to get creative with how they do that, because the ways he went too far in the comic can't go too far in the movie, because, like, for instance, he cloned Thor, who then murdered somebody. We know Chris Hemsworth isn't gonna be in there unless they CG his ass and be like, but he's a cyborg, so that'd be crazy. But no, that's not gonna happen. And he also made a prison in the Negative Zone. The Negative Zone is a Fantastic Four thing. He can make some crazy prison through a different portal dimension or whatever. They had a portal in Avengers 1. What if they figured out that and made a prison there? Because he's like, we can't lock up these powered people here. He had a decent argument. He's like, they're just going to break the hell out, you know, if we lock them up on Earth. So, hey. But even still, that can't be it. So they got to think of something else. And he did just go too far in Avengers Age of Ultron. Like, he just basically made Skynet. So he's got to really top himself somehow. Or maybe not. You know, they could not go this way, but they kind of have to position Iron Man as a dick for several reasons. One, he is. Two, this is a Captain America movie, so he's not going to be the bad guy. And I'm really excited we're going to get Ant-Man, some more Ant-Man so soon. He's going to be on Cap's team. That's going to be great. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm hoping he becomes Giant Man or Goliath, and I hope that version of Goliath works out better. Anyway, I'm just wondering if he grows that big, how much Baskin-Robbins could he eat? I wonder if S.H.I.E.L.D. is even going to have a place in this movie. I mean, does the world as a whole even know S.H.I.E.L.D. exists still? I mean, the helicarrier showed up in Age of Ultron, which seemed out of nowhere, but if you were watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it actually all connected together in a really semi-cohesive manner. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll be around, probably not, though, because if Coulson's in charge, he's pro-powered people. Pro-powered people, pro-powered people. Okay, that's not hard to say 3 times fast. Anyway, I don't think he would have cape killers and the like, you know, and having cape killers in the MCU wouldn't really make sense because only one guy makes a cape and you're not gonna kill Thor, so good luck with that shit. It's gonna be just you, Iron Man, and your buddies. And I know what you're thinking. How could Iron Man and Captain America ever actually fight each other? Isn't that kind of unfair? There's one dude who's super strong, can fly, shoot lasers, and has all manner of other gadgets and fucked up shit to do. And then, yeah, Captain America, and he can throw his mighty shield. Sure, he's super fast, super strong, and like a tactical genius, but still kind of unfair, don't you think? Well, I noticed Vision is going to be on Captain America's team, which in this universe, all the more interesting, because Vision is essentially Iron Man's sort of son in a fucked up way. So, there is one pretty awesome part that happens in Civil War that evens the odds that, man, wouldn't it be cool if this happened? Yeah, I would like to see that. Which would basically lead us right to the ending, and I wonder how it's gonna end. I mean, as Cap is beating the fucking shit out of Iron Man, you know, with his shield, and Iron Man's like, just kill me, you know, and Cap's like, maybe I should. all of a sudden, I'm sure, maybe. Actually, you know, I don't know how this is gonna end. Is Cap gonna just surrender and be the bigger man? Is it gonna end there? Is it gonna keep going to what happened right after Civil War in the next Captain America issue, where he was assassinated on the courtroom steps? I don't know. I wonder. I'm very curious. I kind of just really would love to see Bucky Cap in the Civil War aftermath, you know? We know Sebastian Stan has a bunch of movies signed. They got something planned for him. And I guess he could just be the Winter Soldier as a good guy, but I think it would make more sense if Bucky Cap was back and better than ever. I don't know. I don't know if you can tell. I'm just really excited. I want to get my thoughts out there. So this is pretty much all of them. As far, I mean, geez, maybe I'll have more to say when I actually see the trailer. Maybe I'll have more to see if any other information leaks out. But, you know, until then, I'm just gonna write down May 6th, maybe get a tattoo. Perhaps I'll just, I don't know, fucking carve it into my arm and, you know, I don't want to forget. Anyway, I'm with Cap, guys. And if you're a dick, you can roll with Iron Man. Alright, we'll see ya.